Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for tuning into the April podcast with me, Jay, the Gaelic Moonchild. In this episode we are going to be talking about the new moon under Aries, the move into the Taurus Zodiac sign, the Lyra's meteor shower, the beautiful full pink supermoon, and we're also going to talk a little bit about Easter. So grab yourself a drink, get comfy, here we go. So first up this month, I wanted to touch just a little bit on Easter, which falls on Sunday the 4th of April. While I was doing my research and reading online for this podcast, I actually came across a really interesting Swedish Easter tradition. On the Thursday before Easter, which is also known as Maundy Thursday, children in Sweden will dress up as witches and go door to door wishing everybody a happy Easter in exchange for candy, similar to trick-or-treating at Halloween. They put scarves on their heads and they will paint big freckles and rosy cheeks on their faces. According to Swedish folk tradition, Maundy Thursday was actually the day that witches took to the skies on their broomsticks and flew to the island of Blackula to feast and dance with the devil. It's believed that all evil forces in the world were set loose on this day, because this is the day that Judas betrayed Jesus. The island of Blackula was actually a very prominent feature in the witch trials of Sweden, which happened between 1668 and 1676. During this time, around 300 people were actually executed as witches, with them usually being charged with abduction of children and delivering them to the devil at Blackula. The largest witch trial to actually occur during that time took place in a parish called Torsaka, which actually saw 71 people being charged with witchcraft and then executed. 65 of those people were women, which was actually a fifth of the adult female population of the parish. Some sources say they were burned at the stake, some say they were beheaded, then burned. So I'm actually going to leave it there for the Swedish Easter witches. If you do want to know any more, just head on over to Google, type in the Swedish Easter witches, and it will bring up an abundance of articles and reports and things from historians and professors. So yeah, it's all there. If you want to know more, it's all there at your fingertips, ready to be absorbed. So on to a more positive note now. We have a beautiful new moon under Aries on Monday the 12th of April. It's due to hit 0% at around 3:44 a.m. It's going to rise in the sky at 5:44 a.m. and will set again at 7:13 p.m. The new moon phase usually lasts around 3 days, and this month the moon will enter into this phase on the 11th of April until the 13th of April. As this new moon actually falls on a Monday, which is actually ruled by the moon, the energies can be harnessed to give any new endeavours that you wish to begin a little extra kick. As always, the new moon is a perfect time for new beginnings, optimism, hope, faith, and planting those seeds for the coming month. You could also undertake magical workings in areas surrounding purity, spirituality, honesty, cleansing, money, and anything that you wish to invoke the goddess for, as these all correspond beautifully with Monday. So, as we did last month, I would like to share a beautiful new moon affirmation with you from Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary for 2021. It is, "This month I'm renewed, I rise again." That's, "This month I'm renewed, I rise again. Isn't that lovely? Really like that one. I would also like to share a beautiful new moon invocation from the Moon Tarot. It is: I invoke the spirit within me to uncover my greatest ideas and show me what will cultivate the most prosperous abundance. I am ready to use my creative fire and share my innate gifts with the world. In the shadow of this new moon, I am powerful and successful. An absolutely beautiful invocation there from the Moon Tarot. Okay, next up we have the Lyra's Meteor Shower. Now, this is an annual meteor shower that lights up the skies between the 16th of April and the 25th of April. This year it's due to reach its peak on the night of the 22nd and the morning of the 23rd. Unfortunately, with the almost full moon in the sky, its glare will mostly block out the meteors, but there is still a chance that you will be able to see some of the brightest. The best time to have a look would be after midnight. At its peak, it can usually produce around 20 meteors per hour, and they will radiate from the Lyra constellation, although they can appear anywhere in the sky, so keep those eyes peeled. The Lyrids is actually produced by dust particles left behind by comet C/1861 G1 Thatcher, and they can actually produce dust trails occasionally that are visible for a few seconds, so keep your eyes peeled for that as well. The Lyra constellation neighbours with Cygnus, Draco, Hercules and Vulpecula. If you need a little help, you can download the free Skyview app onto your smart device. Then you just point your camera to the sky in the app, and it will map what's actually above you at that time. The Lyra constellation includes Vega, which is actually the 5th brightest star in the Northern Hemisphere. Lyra represents the lyre, a musical instrument of Orpheus, who was killed by Bacchantes. It is said that when he died, his lyre was thrown into a river, and Zeus had sent an eagle to retrieve it and then placed it in the sky. So remember, keep those eyes peeled on the night of the 22nd and the morning of the 23rd, and see if you can spot one of those beautiful meteors from the Lyrids meteor shower. Next up, on Tuesday the 20th of April, we will move into the Taurus Zodiac sign. Taurus is ruled by Venus and is an earth element. Venus is the goddess of love, sex, beauty and fertility. She is also the goddess of victory. Venus was very important to the Romans. They actually claimed her as their ancestress. According to mythology, her son had fled from Troy to Italy, and he also became the ancestor to the founders of Rome, Remus and Romulus. So, if you think about it, Venus was the mother of Rome. Symbols representing Venus are scallop shells, dolphins, doves, pearls, mirrors and pomegranates and girdles. Venus had many titles, including Venus Cloacina, the purifier, Venus Felix, the lucky, suggesting she could be prayed to for good luck, Venus Genetrix, mother, representing her role as mother of Rome, Venus Myrcia, myrtle, representing the importance of this plant to her, Venus Verticordia, the changer of hearts, representing her role in love, and Venus Victrix, victorious, showing that she was the goddess of victory. As the Taurus Zodiac sign begins on a Tuesday, you could use the energies of Venus to aid you in magical workings in areas of physical energies, strength, passion, sexuality, and ambition. Venus corresponds with Friday, and energies can be harnessed for fertility, money, prosperity, healing, and feminine energy spells and rituals. And to all of you listening who are a Taurus Zodiac sign, I wish you a very happy birthday. Next up, we have the glorious full pink supermoon on Tuesday the 27th of April. It will rise at 18:28 on the 26th and will set the following morning at 05:07. It's due to reach its peak under Scorpio at 4:50 a.m. With this being a supermoon, the moon will appear 14% larger and 30% brighter than a normal full moon. This is because the moon will be at its closest point during its monthly orbit cycle. Because of this, the energies of the moon will be amplified. So be sure to get your crystals and your tools out to charge under that beautiful moonlight. The April full moon was actually given the name the pink moon by early Native Americans, as it was a time when the pink moss and the first flowers of spring would make their appearance. It's also known as grass growing and egg moon. This is the first of 3 supermoons expected this year, with the other 2 rising on May the 26th and June the 24th. Now is the perfect time for wish fulfillment, achieving your dreams and perfecting those ideas. You can actually harness this amplified moon energy in workings in areas such as beauty, health, families, love, romance, protection, and motivation. As this is a Scorpio full moon, which is actually ruled by Pluto, you can harness this to aid you with magical workings and intentions surrounding change in consciousness, endings and beginnings, achieving spiritual goals, and the inner journey. You can include things like obsidian, kyanite, labradorite crystals, and acacia, black pansy, and black viola, as they correspond nicely with Pluto. So now I'd like to share a beautiful full moon invocation from the Moon Tarot. It is: I invoke the spirit within me to keep me level-headed as I welcome the truth to be exposed and uncovered on each level of my existence. I am ready to heal from all past trauma and heartache. I fearlessly acknowledge honesty. I am grounded and I am resilient. That was actually, I really like that one. Oh, that's really lovely. So, as the full moon is a perfect time to release all that is no longer serving you, I'd like to share a full moon release prayer with you that I've actually written for this podcast specifically. So it is: Mother Goddess, whose light shines bright, shining divinely all through the night, bestow me with courage to let it all go, leaving me free with space to grow. I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. I'm ready to feel peace deep inside of me. I express my gratitude for your countless blessings and for your divine energy sharings. So, that brings us to the end of our second monthly podcast for April. Please feel free to visit our Facebook page, YouTube channel and our blog. Links will be in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, feel free to share with your family and friends. Brightest of blessings to you from my heart to yours.